We finally got our house dried in. That's a really important and exciting step for us, but what comes next? A lot more work. Building a house is like having a really big to-do list. You have a lot of things on your list and it feels great to cross them off, but there's always more and it seems like the list keeps building. We've hit some really big checklist items. We had our foundation laid, we did all of our framing, we got our roof on, we're all dried in, and now it seems like that checklist is just exploding with things that we need to do next. So during this stage in our self-build, it's really exciting to be dried in so that we can work no matter what the weather, but it can be a little overwhelming when we have so much to do. So I'm going to show you where we're at in our self-build, what's next, and how we are trying to prioritize and keep everything straight right now. Right now we are focused in on the goal of trying to see how we can get in living in this house, which is not exactly what every contractor thinks of as move-in ready. For us, that means we are drywalled, we have electric, we have water running, maybe doors. For us, we can move in while it's a little bit roughed in because we don't really want to live in this anymore. So we are working towards trying to get our electrical inspection done, getting the water in, making sure all those are taken care of. We do have a state inspection for electric and we have to get approved from our local co-op. So our main items we are really zoned in right now is HVAC, plumbing, and electric. We have done quite a bit of electric so far. We've done some switches, a little bit of wiring, hung a lot of light boxes. We're slowing down on that a little bit to try to focus on the plumbing because it's a lot easier for the electric to go around plumbing than vice versa. So we're slowing down on that a bit, although there's still a lot of wiring that we can do without it being in the way. We will talk more in detail about our electrical system, how we're wiring things. So many people are building right now that things are hard to find and of course expensive. We have already done quite a bit on our HVAC system. We are doing a mini split system all throughout our house. We have a lot of questions about that, about how that's possible and how that works. We will definitely put up a full video of how we are installing this ourselves and using a mini split system in a 1,900 square foot house. That will be coming, so watch for it. We're gonna make sure we get it all done first though. Some of the things we have done so far for the HVAC is doing all of the lines for the fluid, putting condensation drain lines on the outside, and of course wiring it in. Like I said, right now, plumbing is a big priority to get that done, get that through the walls, through the ceiling when it's necessary. So we just finished up most of our drain pipes. This is for our double sink in our master bathroom. There are a few things that we do have to cut into the concrete, a few showers, and of course where we forgot to put water into the island. So there's a couple small little concrete cutting things we'll have to do for plumbing that we are not looking forward to, but just has to be done. Washer drains, shower drains, sink drains, all those are getting done right now, making sure our toilets are ready. We are about to start on our fresh water coming in. This will be our fresh water. This will go straight up to where we will have our hot water heater on the second floor and then plumb throughout the house in our hot and cold. This is another plumbing project that we've been working on that's kind of something needed for a later date, but we have to get it done right now. It is for future plumbing for our second floor, which again, we are not gonna finish right now, but we wanna go ahead and have all of those pipes set so that we don't have to either cut into the ceiling down here where it's drywalled or cut into the floor from above to do all of that. So this is kind of in our foyer dining room when we walk in, and this will just be a closed up post, but that's gonna take our piping up to the second floor. Not really something we wanna spend our time on right now, but has to be done. Now, a few other things on the list too that we've been working on to kind of prepare for drywalling is just a little bit of framing here and there. So for example, above the windows, we didn't have all those stubbed out, a lot of the doors, just making sure that everything is framed so that it is ready for drywall to be hung, including corners, just those little things that you sometimes miss when you're doing that initial framing. This is something that's also going to be seen in a future video. I feel like this is kind of becoming a trailer for future videos, but there is a lot to come, guys. This is actually underneath the staircase that goes upstairs. It is written into the plans to be a closet for this bedroom, so we're keeping this as a closet probably for our girls' room. So we decided to finish this out, but make it extra secure to be a storm shelter for our family. So there will be a video later to show details of all the different things that we're adding in to this, but that's also something we've been working on lately. Now there is lots of exterior work to be done. We are focusing on the inside right now to get those mechanical items taken care of, but yes, siding will be coming. And we learned very quickly after putting a roof on that gutters are essential because now all the water when it rains is pouring right off those valleys and eroding the ground in the corners of the house. So we are getting to that as much as we can. This corner in particular is very important because this is where our main big HVAC system needs to sit. But before that, we need to pour a slab, and before we pour a slab, we really want to take care of the erosion problem. So we'll probably go ahead and gutter this side pretty soon. Now, the siding is not a must-have for us to move in, but we will not be dragging our feet on it. We know how important that is to get that caulked up and closed up and make sure, especially once we have insulation in, to keep everything dry and warm. So that is where we are at with this self-build. We're just trying to not get overwhelmed, prioritize, think about what has to be done and in what order and how we can do it best. Thanks for keeping up with us. As always, if you have any questions, comments, recommendations, please hit us up in the comments.